Stock of the week. I haven't done one of these for a while. Remember, these are always high risk. What we're looking at this week is Amcor. And the trick with any of these stocks of the week is you're really looking for stocks which show some degree of momentum to the upside. Okay, so this is not our usual pension-worthy value growth income cash flow sortino. These are almost applying trading to investing. So we're looking at a 12-month outlook, and can we say that over the next 12 months there is at least a 40% projection, which seems reasonable? How do you work out if it's reasonable? Well, there's a couple of factors. One, you'd look to see, has it had that angle of growth before? Yes, it has. Secondly, what you would do is you would then look at that and say, right, can I, on the momentum, which here we're looking at MACD, moving average convergence divergence, have I got a rising monthly and weekly MACD from an oversold position? Yes, box ticked on that one. The next, for trade structuring that you need to do for something like this is, are there any other reasons to think that there's upside momentum? Yes, in this case, there's a breakout from a downward trend, the downward trend I've drawn, and there's a breakout to the upside. Okay, so that's another reason for that. With price confirmation, you can see the price has broken out quite significantly and sharply to the upside over there. Now, there's more to it than this. On a risk management basis, you need to make sure that if you put a stop loss, which you should, because we're treating this investment like a trade or this trade like an investment, then the stop loss should be below a level of support that it's previously had. So here we've drawn it at minus 15%. And the reward to risk should be 2 to 1 at least, which it is. The reward is 40, which is more than double the risk. Now, if you do this on a stock-by-stock basis, you've got a problem, because one could go wrong and you think, oh, well, the whole thing doesn't work. But if you do 10 of these, what should happen is, even if 50% of them go up 40% and 50% of them drop 20% on a stop loss, you're still net positive. But you can see why most people don't want to trade, because mentally it's exhausting, requires a lot of time, requires a lot of capital, requires a lot of doing these. You've got to do 10 to get those kind of statistics. You can't just pick one like a stock pick and say, oh, that's the one. Also looks like the banks are fairly positive on this as well. So you might want to do further due diligence. Of course, you should. You might want to look at the news on this, etc. But that's my stock of the pick based on pure momentum at the moment. Now, one of the things that's helpful with these things is if you like, comment, subscribe, then it will be sent by TikTok to more viewers. And if it's sent to more viewers, then